Hello, good evening. So tonight I want to talk about an old friend really, Mr. Asda. Now, with this one, I've had a ton of questions with regards to cashback apps and the two other apps I use, which are Receipt Hog and Shopit. Now, first things first, I would like to put people's mind at ease that Shopit is closing, but it's the Shopit that's based in America, not in this country. I had an email off Shopit itself saying, confirming what I would suspected anyway, but there you go. So, as I was saying, I made some really good savings in terms of the apps I've just mentioned. So there's, like I say, there's Shopit, there's Checkout Smart, there's ClickSnap, there's Top Cashback, and then Receipt Hog and Shop Prize. So what are they and what do they do? Okay, so the receipt I showed you at the beginning of the video, that has on it two bread, which were King's milk, and then the milk as well. Now, the milk on Shopit pays, it's every Wednesday basically. So if you're buying a 4 pint of milk from all the major supermarkets, you're going to find it on Shopit. So if you buy more than one, which most families do, then basically the way around it is it works by, you've got a phone, you use your email address to register it, and once you've registered it, you then, in Shopit's case, every Wednesday it restarts itself. So you check on a Wednesday what it is that they're going to give you money for buying in terms of different items. So like I say, every week milk is always on there, so you know full well that no matter where you buy it from, whether it's Asda, Sainsbury's, Morrison's, Tesco's, I think it's Co-op as well, and Waitrose. Could be more, but that's where I tend to get my milk from anyway. I pretty much do normally get it from Asda because they sell their 4 pints of milk for 95p, but obviously I then get 25p off of it, which then makes it 70p for the 4 pints of milk. Is the way around it that once you take a picture of the barcode on the product, you then do a picture of the receipt, which then confirms you bought the product, and then at that point that's it. It's all over in about 90 seconds. You'll get a message say to you that your receipt has been recognised. The money's probably gone into your Shopit account. With Shopit, it's a £4 barrier, so you've got to earn £4 before you can choose to cash it in. So when you do cash it in, there's numerous ways of how you want to have the money paid to you. So moving on to Checkout Smart. Checkout Smart works very similar to Shopit, but with one major difference. So with Checkout Smart, what they will do is they have a lot of items spread across numerous supermarkets, and it's not just the big ones, it's anywhere from Aldi to B&M. Oh good lord, there's loads. Boots. What I would say is, with regards to them, they are more, the big supermarkets have quite a lot on Checkout Smart, but there is the odd thing that you might be in a supermarket or shop, and you basically take a picture of the receipt. Now on Checkout Smart and ClickSnap, they will, even if you took a picture of one receipt and it's got no other item, it's got no items on it whatsoever, except like I say, it can be for anything. Like I say, the receipt I showed you, it's got 14 different items on there. And even if there's nothing else on Checkout Smart or ClickSnap, you take a picture of it and you get paid a penny, which, yeah, okay, it's not the most humongous amount, but it's money. It all goes to the same place, and basically you build this up. If, as I do, I go looking for receipts, and when I do pick up a receipt, whether it's in a supermarket or in the high street, I'll see it on the floor, I'll pick it up, I just check it to see if there's any items on there that are on the cashback apps, like I say, ClickSnap, Top Cashback, Checkout Smart and Shopit. If there is, then I then take a picture of the receipt, and the company in question, whether it's Checkout Smart or ClickSnap or Shopit, they don't give a damn about who's got the receipt. As long as the item you've bought on that receipt is on there, then that's it. They're trying to track what people are buying, basically. So that's how it works. It's as simple as that. So as I said, you would take a picture of it. So with regards to myself, I would take a picture of this receipt. To be honest with you, this one was from yesterday, so I don't know if it's got any items on there of that are on the cashback apps, but if they're not, then that's fine, don't worry about it. But if there is, then obviously you will get money back for it. You then, with this one, I spent £9 on it. So as I'm showing, I'm now on Checkout Smart. Now I've just paid myself £27 this month from finding receipts and using them, taking pictures of them. And like I say, one of the things you do is you take a picture of it and you get entered into the like a draw, basically. I think it's done like once a month or once a week, I don't know when it is. I've never actually won it, but it's free because I've entered it, because I've took pictures of receipts, and I then build it up. And then when my wife says, look, it's coming up to Christmas, with the 27 quid there was a toy sale on Asda, so I cashed it in and I went and bought some more Christmas presents with it. So like I say, it's nothing to do with you can do it for your food shopping, you can do it for it can be for anything. You can have the money put into your PayPal account or your bank account, and then you just earn it, and the money goes in, and then you go and spend it if you need to. So as I was saying, I will take a picture of this receipt. So this one was at Asda. It was on the 17th of October. So to give you an idea of how good like Checkout Smart is, If you were to buy Bird's Eye Inspirations cod fillets, 310 grams, so be Very Water, pomegranate and blueberry, and so be energy drink at Asda, you would pay for it at the till. You would come home, take a picture of the receipt, and say to it could be within minutes, or it doesn't take that long a time, but as long as the phone can see that you've bought that item, it will then come back to you to say that you've been paid that cashback, and it would effectively make the thing you've bought free. Yes. So that pretty much covers all of the cashback apps. With regards to Receipt Hog, I've had a number of questions with regards to this. With Receipt Hog, you get money for numerous things. That you link your email address, you get like coins for that. You obviously get coins for taking pictures of the receipts. You get coins for introducing new people to the app. One of the things that it sounds complicated on how it works, but it isn't. Basically, all you do is you can post a link on Facebook, you can text it to people, you can WhatsApp it to people and say, oh, there's this website or this app that you literally, if you've got a receipt in your bag or your wallet or your purse, take a picture of it, and as long as it's no older than 2 weeks old from the date of whatever it is, so like today, if I didn't take a picture of it, it would I would have up until the 31st of October to basically take this picture and get coins from it. If you take pictures of receipts, you could get a go on a thing called the hog slot, which doesn't cost money. But you take a pic. If you earn slot goes on the hog slots, then you just on the screen. Don't know if you can see that. But basically, you will on the right hand side of your screen, you pull down the pull, and it's like a fruit machine. It literally is like a fruit machine, and if you get 3 of one coin, you earn coins from it, so it adds to the coins you've earned from taking pictures of the receipts. Basically, with regards to Receipt Hog, you get you can earn 100 coins a week, but as I pointed out to one person tonight, there's numerous ways of you being able to find make more coins, basically. So yeah, like if you invite friends, then you earn, if somebody then joins you on Receipt Hog and they use your referral code, which in my case is FOG72050, then what will happen then is you will get 10 extra spins from the person joining. That then person who joins gets 5 spins themselves, and basically you will then in this month I've had 18 friends join. So like I say, I've had a good month this month, and obviously we're only 18 days into the month. You get the chance of doing surveys, which earns you coins. Like I say, you can sign your email address up, so they'll send you like alerts and things that are going on Receipt Hog, and you can earn coins for that. Is when you choose to cash them in for whatever reason, there's two ways of doing it. So on the same screen as you go on to rewards, which is on the far right at the bottom of the screen, you then there's a thing called redeem prizes. So with Receipt Arc, you can pay yourself the money that you're owed two different ways, on either PayPal, but if you don't want to leave it in PayPal, then you can then send it to PayPal, and then PayPal gives you the option of paying the money back into your bank account. So a little long-winded, but you will get your money eventually. Or like I say, you do shopping and you use PayPal to pay for the shopping online, then that's a different way. And then the other way, which I personally like, because I don't like Amazon because they don't pay their tax bill, but that's between you and me, but what you get is you will get an email sent to your registered email address saying you have a £10 voucher code, which if you then went onto Amazon, you knew for what you entered this voucher code, and it effectively knocks off 10 quid off your Amazon bill for whatever you're buying, basically. So yeah, that pretty much sums up Receipt Arc. The next one is, as I mentioned earlier, is an app called Shop Prize. Now, as long as you log in every day on your app, is at midnight. So when you get up in the morning, just hit the button. It's like a habit for me now, so that it's second nature. So I will basically, just before I do anything, whether it's go on Facebook, I'll turn my phone on and I go straight to Shop Prize. And every day that you remember to click in, it gives you a bonus for logging on, basically. So right now, every day I do that, I get 125 coins just by doing that, basically. Yeah, I think it's about the first week you build the points up, basically. So it'd be like on day one it's like 10 points, and then day 2 it's 20 points, and so on and so on and so on, and it gets up till it hits the limit, which is like I say 125 points. I think I'm on day 60. So I've basically every day for 60 days I've earned myself, even if I don't take a picture of a receipt, as long as I remember to log in, then I will earn myself 125 points every day just for hitting a button on my phone. And yeah, so basically my lad wanted some scooter wheels for, I don't know what it's called. It's like a scooter, but it goes like that instead of like a normal scooter, as I call them. So yeah, I earned oh good lord, how much I earned? I earned it for every 7,500 coins on Shop Prize. You earn a fiver. So I'd made the fatal mistake of saying to the wife, "Oh, I've got 22,500 coins on Shop Prize," and she says, "Well, what does that mean?" And I says, "Well, that means effectively I can spend 15 quid on Amazon. It ain't going to cost me anything because I've earned it. I've just took pictures of these receipts and they pay you." With Shop Prize, you need to take a picture of the receipt up to 30 days. So it's 30 days from the date of the receipt. So so yeah, that's how that works. They only pay you on Amazon. I don't believe they do it on PayPal yet. but I've only ever cashed it in the once, because I only found out about it a short while ago. With regards to shop price, they have like a thing. Well, I think this is where the price comes into it. Every day they will have different items that you might take a picture of your coins, and you've earned these coins, and there might be an item that's on raffle. And what that means, it's kind of like receipt hog, but what it will do is, like for example, there's a thing, a Mercury speaking bedside docking station. So and what it does is you take a picture of your receipts and with regards to that, let's say you wanted it. I don't personally, but there you go. With the coins that are on the top right hand corner, it will tell you what your coin balance is, and you could decide, oh, do you know what, I could really do one of them. Instead of cashing the coins in and going out and buying it, you can have a go on this. You could get rid of all your coins if you wanted to. So right now, since I cashed in the 22,500, I've now got a balance of 1,920 coins. So if I chose to have a go on that, it would cost me 150 coins to have one entry. So like I say, I could have 10 entries. It cost me 1,150. It wouldn't wipe my points out, but it would let me have, it's like having 10 goes on the lottery. So you know for a while you could, if you wanted to, and if you're lucky you might win. But right now the coins, well, one go costs 150 coins, and right now there is 129 people taking part in this sweepstake. So in 5 hours 34 minutes, 5 hours 33 minutes, it will then pick out a winner on who's entered, basically. And then if you're lucky enough to win it, they send it to you, and hey presto, you've got something you want and you haven't paid for it. There is other sweepstakes they've got on there, so they'll spread it over 24 hours. So in 11 hours and 33 minutes you could win an upright and handheld steam cleaner, and a DSLR and laptop backpack, and then finally a Philips steam iron. So like I say, you can have a go at these things, and you never know, if you're feeling lucky you might win. The worst that happens is you don't win and you have used the coins, but if you won it and you win it, then happy days, well done, congratulations. So that pretty much sums up the cashback apps I use. There are some others as well that I do tend to use as well, so it's not just the ones I've mentioned. For example, if you love your burgers, the Burger King app is an absolute brilliant app. It saves you a fortune. For example, as a family of 5, with me, my wife and my kids, we love a nice Burger King. We don't tend to have them that very often, so when you do have them, they're really nice. And they have on the Burger King app every month the family feast, and you pay, I believe it's $8.99 or $9.99, and at that point this meal would cost you an absolute fortune. It would easily cost you 25 quid, and so yeah, yeah, that one's, I love that. Is if you're on in a rush and you just need a quick Burger King, that as well. It's not just big feasts. You could pop in and get yourself like a Whopper meal. There's loads. There's absolutely bucket loads on there. Any more on my phone that I would recommend? Bear with me. Yeah, Nectar Points. I do tend to use a couple of survey companies. One's called Nectar Canvas and the other one's called eRewards. So when you're at the loose end and you want to just do a quick survey, a 5-minute survey, 10-minute survey can earn you anything from 50 Nectar Points up to 200, 300, 400. I've had luck on one survey. It took me half an hour to do it, but it earned me 600 Nectar Points. If you can tell me where you can earn 600 Nectar Points inside of half an hour, then please tell me, because then that would help me save even more money, which is a good thing in my eyes. There's another one called Raffler, which is you just watch 2 videos. I tend to watch them when the kids have all gone to bed and Mrs. either fell asleep or was at work. You watch these 2 videos, you get a free entry into a raffle. If nobody wins it that particular day or claims it, it rolls over, and I think it goes up like £1,000 a day basically. It's not an app, the one I've got on, the one I'm going to mention now, but it's a thing called the Free Postcode Lottery. It's kind of like an habit that at midday, the Free Postcode Lottery has numerous different draws. There's one called the Stack Pot, which is done twice a day, which is at 9 AM and 9 PM, but I will tend to look at that just at 9 o'clock, but the others don't get drawn until midday, and they're only ever done once a day, rather other than like Stack Pot, which is twice a day. The reason being is Stack Pot only pays if your postcode gets pulled out, then it's only 10 quid for your postcode, but then the main draw, I think it goes up £300 a day, or I can't remember. So if you're lucky enough for your postcode to get pulled out, now I live in Tamworth in Staffordshire, and it's serious money. I have seen, like I say, I got excited one day because somebody who lives yards from me, a couple of 100 yards tops, their postcode got pulled out, and I was like, no, I wanted that would have been lovely. I think it was something like 900 quid. It was blooming beautiful, but it wasn't for me. And even when I do tend to post the postcode if it is close to home, or if I know it's of a place where I know somebody who lives in that area, I will send them a message and say, ain't you got the postcode of this? And then sometimes, if they're lucky enough and they've been registered on it, then yeah, the Free Postcode Lottery is blooming brilliant. I think there's about 7 different draws, and you would seriously have some luck if you were your postcode got picked out on every draw basically, because I'd be your new best friend for starters. But there you go. Couple of websites that don't cost me money, but are equally as good. Is there's one called, and they're all websites. These aren't apps. There's one called Do Blotto, which is date of birth, DOB lotto.com, and every day you check it, a couple of seconds of having a look. If you're registered and you're and your date of birth gets pulled out, you've won money. Hasn't cost you anything. But there you go. And then the second one is the free birthday lottery. Very similar to the DOB lotto, but they seem to have more draws. A bit similar to the free postcode lottery, which is like I say, has numerous draws. It's becoming more and more popular. I would say, going back to the free postcode lottery as well, it's not a random draw, so that every postcode in the country is considered. Only the postcodes that are registered on that email, on that website, will be in the pot basically to get picked on. If you are lucky, you know full well that whatever the postcode is, there is a member on there that's got that postcode, so that you it's not, oh well, somebody's had it drawn and there's nobody on here with that postcode. It does your head in, but you know full well that the postcode, that's likewise the date of birth lottery, the free birthday lottery, and then lastly there's one which, as I've said, if you've got a date of birth, a postcode, or in this case a vehicle with a number plate on, there's the free number plate lottery. So you register it, you register your account, you check every day. Like I say, I do this every day, and the whole process of having a look through them all probably takes me about up to 5 minutes tops, to see if if my date of birth's been pulled out, or our car reg has been pulled out, or anything basically. So I would definitely recommend all of them to be used. And if you have any more questions, I'm going to post this video on a Facebook page which is run by a very good friend, which is the Skint Dad, Ricky Willis. Is really funny. Where he's come from is similar to what struck me as how my life was to a degree, and what I would say is, me sharing this information, it's not important to me. It's a case of, I want to be able to say to a person, look, no matter how bad you think it is, how bad your life you think it is, the truth of it is that there's always hope. There's always a chance that your life will get better. And if I'm able to share that, my good fortune to a degree, and make somebody else's life easier and better for the better, then that's why I'm on this film, doing this, what I do. And my job's done, if truth be told. There is no amount can be put on how much satisfaction I get if I can make somebody else's life better. And if you can feel as blessed as I do with my family, and I do have 3 kids that are frugal, very tight-fisted, get excited by seeing a receipt on the floor, and Dad, Mum, we found this receipt. my 10-year-old son came home one day and he was like, Dad, I was at Morrison's with Mum getting a sandwich for school and I found this receipt. And he got really excited because he gave me this receipt, and the person whose receipt it was, who chose to chuck it on the floor, had give away 40 matching more points. Well, more points as they're called now. And he was so unbelievably excited. Now 40 points and a lot. I found receipts when they're in the hundreds, and when they first started their scheme, it would not be an unusual thing to find receipts that had like 1,000 points on it. It's quite unusual now, because for every £1 spent you get 5 points, and then if that person didn't use a match and more card, then it's more for you and me. Yes, and the satisfaction of cleaning the area up, but then being rewarded for it and putting money in your bank account, or being able to allow you to benefit from it because some other bone idle git has decided to chuck it on the floor. Why shouldn't you be rewarded? You're doing a good deed by picking up litter. And if a supermarket moans at you, oh, you're getting these points under false pretenses. No, you're not. Their car parks or their trolley bays, you name it, some of them are an absolute pigsty, and you're making the area look a little bit tidier, even if it's only for like 10 minutes, because then another set of idiots come along and decide, oh, I don't want my McDonald's in my car on a Friday night. I'm in Asda's car park, I'll just put my bag on the floor, and it looks a dump. So for that reason, that's why I pick the rubbish up, and that's why I pick the receipts up, to do that. And at the same time, I'm being rewarded because I'm picking up these receipts. And if I can do it, and my kids are enthusiastic about doing it, and my wife's enthusiastic about doing it, then why can't you do it? And why can't that person do it? And you say to another person, look, this person's told me about this, I've started it. I did some surveys on a website called Maximiles, and right this moment, sat in my loft, well, not my loft, in my wardrobe, sorry, is a copy, and it is an actual copy. It's not like a pirated copy of it. It's the actual copy of the latest FIFA 17, and I was in Asda on the 17th, and I decided, oh, I wonder what they're actually selling it for. What price is it for the format I've got it for? And the same game in Asda was being sold for 42 quid, and I didn't pay 42p for it because, like I say, I watched some videos, did a few surveys, and I got paid these points. What more can you ask for? So anyway, this is me saying I want a cup of tea now. So have a really good night. Any questions, feel free to ask. I would love you to subscribe to these videos. I know I don't do that many, and when I do them, I do love doing them. But keep on saving, hopefully make some more money, and have a good day. Bye.